Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that's not altogether that old, but these items have become extremely collectible and are becoming increasingly more difficult to find, especially in this mint condition. We are looking at the 2016 release by Mattel from their Star Wars Hot Wheels series of miniature die-cast models. And this particular series we're looking at today was from the 2016 Star Wars movie Rogue One, which was basically it was the prequel to the very first Star Wars movie. So it was an American epic space opera film. It was produced by Lucasfilm and it was distributed by the Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. And it is the very first film in the Star Wars anthology, and a prequel to the original Star Wars from 1977. It starred Felicity Jones as Captain Jyn Erso, Diego Luna as Cassian Andor, and Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera. Now, the film is set a week before the events of Star Wars, and it follows the rebels who steal the schematics for the Galactic Empire's ultimate weapon, the brand new built Death Star. Now, it details the Rebel Alliance's first effective victory against the Empire, as referenced to in the Star Wars and the original Star Wars opening episode. And the film ran for 134 minutes. It was released on the 10th of December 2016. It premiered, and the budget for the movie was between $200 and $280 million, and it was a huge success. It took $1.059 billion at the box office. So another one of those extremely popular Star Wars movies. And of course, with all Star Wars films, it spawns a lot of merchandise, and again, what we're looking at today is part of that merchandise that was spawned. And these are the miniature die-cast models by Hot Wheels, and this is the one in front of us we're looking at is the X-Wing fighter, and this is the packet it comes in. So at the very top on the left hand side you can see the X-Wing flying through space, and it says Star Wars Resistance X-Wing fighter, and you've got 4+ Disney. And you can see the item behind the bubble at the bottom there. It says Hot Wheels Starships, and it's got ×1 on the packet there. Okay, let's turn the packet round, and what have we got on the back here? Okay, so it does show you how these work, because they do come with a stand, and it shows you how the stand goes together. So you clip the rod into the bottom and then onto the top of the bottom of the X-Wing, and there you've got your X-Wing fighter on the stand. And it says collect them all. So you've got the TIE fighter, the AT-AT, the Imperial TIE fighter, the Star Destroyer, the Chicken Walker, and the Cargo Carrier. So they're all in the same series. And you've got the warning information and the copyright information, the licensing, all the information at the bottom there. Hot Wheels Star Wars Starships logo at the bottom there, as you can see, and then you've got all the relevant logos at the bottom, the Mattel, the CE markings, and so on. And it conforms to all the British all the world safety standards, and you've got the barcode there, and it was assortment number DX096, and this is item number DXX47. And at the very bottom of the box, there's nothing there. Okay, that is the item. Okay, let's have a look at the model itself. Okay, so I've zoomed right in on the X-Wing itself, and it is an absolutely fantastic looking model. Now, I can't take it out of the packet because it is factory sealed still. I'm trying to show you as much as I can of this model without us getting too much reflection from the light. Oh, in fact, if I put the light on, that might help things and make it feel a little bit easier to see. It is obviously the blue and white one, which appeared in Rogue One, and it also appeared in Star Wars in actual fact. You had the yellow, the blue and the reds in Star Wars, and it's also appeared in subsequent episodes of Star Wars afterwards. But it is a lovely looking model. So it is die-cast metal, and you've got the stand, the bottom of the stand here, and there's just behind that you can see the arm, which connects into the bottom and then connects into the bottom of the ship. I don't think I can. Oh yeah, so if you just carefully, you can just see under there the hole where the bottom of the stand will click into to keep the model on display. Okay, size wise, we are looking at 7 centimeters long by about 7 centimeters wide. I think I've zoomed in too far. There we go. So 7 centimeters wide, 7 centimeters long, and we're looking at about 3, maybe 4 centimeters. I think it's about 3 centimeters, the width, the thickness of the model, and then of course it goes onto the stand, so you'll be adding another probably 5 or 6 centimeters to the height there to put it up. So, but it really is a lovely model. I mean, Mattel always done well with their Hot Wheel models. Their die casts have always been exceptionally well, and this is again a very lovely model. Very small, but a great model, and is ideal in any collection. Okay, how well did these do back in 2016? Yep. And as with all Star Wars items that were being produced, they were knocking them out thick and fast, because there was lots of films coming up. So we just had The Force Awakens, now we've had Rogue One, and then to follow there was the Last Jedi, and then we had Solo, and then finally we had the Rise of Skywalker. But of course, in between them, we've had the Mandalorian TV series and other TV series that have aired. So there's quite a lot of merchandise going on. But they run them only for a short amount of time because they need to move on to the next batch when there's such a queue of media being produced. So they only run them for a short amount of time and then move on. Sometimes they are reused. They're sent into, or they're repackaged, I should say, but essentially they're the same models. I'm not quite sure if these were repackaged and used in any of the other. Don't think they were, that I can remember, but I could be wrong. But anyway, really nice looking model. Yep, and of course they've done what they intended to do. I don't know the quantities that were produced, but whatever they produced, they sold out quite quickly. Okay, let's move forward 9 years to 2025, which is where we are today. Do these come up for sale very often on the platforms? Well, yes, you can find these on the platforms. Not as often as they were. If you went back 5 years, there was quite a lot of these being offered around for sale. Nowadays, not so much. But if you look hard enough and you're patient enough, you will find them on the platforms in various different states of condition. You will find them like this one, mint in sealed packet. You would also find an awful lot of loose models that are on the stands, or just the models without the stands. So it depends on what you're actually looking for and how much you want to pay, depending on what you want, basically. But yes, they do appear semi-regularly on the platforms these days. For me, on these models, it's all about condition, and I'm always looking for the ones that have been untouched, so hence the reason why I always go for the sealed versions. Okay, so yes, they do come up for sale on platforms, not as often as I used to, but you know, if you are looking to buy on a platform, you can pick them up relatively cheap if you're looking for loose items. The ones sealed in the packets, they're a little bit more money, but they are certainly worth having because they're still in mint condition. And of course, we at Midas Touch, we have managed to find quite a few of these. Now, there was a whole case of these particular die casts that we managed to find when we bought out a shop. It was just after COVID, and they closed down, unable to make things work after coming back from the lockdown, and decided to close the shop. And we were fortunate enough to go in and buy out quite a substantial amount of their stock. and the whole case of these die casts was amongst that stock, and we are making those models available to our customers on the Mattels website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other of the Hot Wheels die-cast models and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you're looking for, something old that you'd never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for friends, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful vintage Rogue, well, I say vintage Rogue One model X-Wing with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So bye for now.